I kind of think about CMF, M&A, Johnson Center, Commission, all as resource hubs and kind of as parent organizations. And so that any part of the nonprofit sector that you fit into will fall under one of those organizations, whether as a member or a partner in some kind of way. So if you're working at a foundation, you should be in touch with CMF because you can be connected to a network of your peers. Same with M&A and you're at a nonprofit. And actually in my world today, as I talk to nonprofit partners every single day, I'm probably saying M&A all the time, saying, do you know that M&A does this thing? And if I'm talking to foundation peers, I'm saying, CMF has this, you should check out this resource. And so I think of them as resource hubs for different parts of the sector, and that no matter what you do in the sector, you fit into one or more of those categories, and you should be using them as your resource. And I used to work for CMF, and that collaboration, that's what was happening every single day. And at that point, I could see how organizations like those could help facilitate relationships that people might not be able to access on their own. So being a member of any one of those groups afforded you some access to saying, well, who else is doing this project? Can you put me in touch with 10 people who do this? And I was that person who could do that at that time. And so now I'm in a place where I'm calling on those same resources to say, okay, now I'm thinking about this. Who in the state is even doing this? Can I have these contact information? And we do that, and people do it so often. And in these points of time where we can meet, whether it's anybody's annual conference or some type of convening, we're talking about issues that we all care about, and we're figuring out what collaboration means. And sometimes collaboration ends up in funding collaboratives in my world that everyone's putting in some amount of money to achieve a particular task. And other times it might just be informally gathering some peers and saying, how do you think about this work? What does this mean for you? Or we're a regional funder, and so I'm often asking people on the west side of the state or the northern side, how do you think about these issues, and what does the need look like for you, or what do the assets look like for you? And so whether it's informal or formal, and often facilitated by our statewide organizations, it's very important to my work, and I see it all the time.